The story is pretty bare bones. Bubsy the Bobcat had the golden fleece, aliens called the Woolies come in and steal all of the yarn in the world, including that golden fleece, and Bubsy goes to get it back. Other than that, there's nothing else. That'd make you think that the devs wanted the sole focus to be on the gameplay. However, there isn't much here either. Bubsy is just an average platformer. You can run, jump, glide through the air. Also, you can pounce at enemies, which the game loves to remind you that that's a new feature added to the franchise.
This is amazing! I love this new ability!
Speaking of which, there's also a slider on the options menu to toggle how often you get to hear Bubsy talk as you play the game. Graphically, I feel like this is one of the worst games I've seen played on the PS4. You can see examples here and here. Bubsy was originally a sprite-based game, and it feels like it would have at least looked a little better had they just gone back to that style. But the 3D here is pretty horrendous. There are plenty of genres in the modern era of video games that go back to sprites for their use in animation, so it could be argued that Bubsy could have gone in that direction too. But even after the horror stories like Bubsy 3D, they still felt like this style was the way to go. We're back to the side-scrolling type of Bubsy, but this is what we get. Well, musically, this is also pretty bland. Nothing great pops from the music. It's pretty generic, and it's almost better to just listen to Bubsy quip at max setting just to get some kind of emotion while playing the game. At the end of it all, I cannot recommend Bubsy the Woolies Strike. The most the game really does is trigger your collector senses with this subpar gameplay and massive amounts of collectibles. It does bring back the one hit and you're dead mechanic that was used to make games last much longer because of how limited the number of stages were. But in all honesty, there are a number of other games you can put your money and time into other than Bubsy. The game could use a major overhaul before it could be at least a little more interesting. Sadly, it's not a good time for any Bubsy fans out there. Don't forget to subscribe for more content and videos from Confreaks and Geeks and confreaksandgeeks.com.